Everybody, wanted to give y'all a quick update on the storage building. We got out here Saturday, today's Monday, and got most of the walls in. Already had this one done, but we got all around to here. Got it all framed up. Got about a 5-foot doorway right here. I'm just gonna put a double door in. I'm gonna build the door frame out of these 2x3s. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a little more in between here. Put some 2x to seal up good. So we got all of there, and then yesterday, it wanted to rain all day or sprinkle a little bit, and then storm last night. But we pretty much stopped where we were because we had that all wrapped. So on here, I just put those anchor bolts, drilled a hole and anchor bolted on that one. I couldn't get the hole. Well, I got the hole deep enough, but my anchor bolt for some reason just wanted to turn the whole bolt, and I can't get it out. So I think there's enough bolts in that wall to hold it. But we got the wrap on, and the next thing, once we get all the walls up, I'm gonna go ahead and do the fascia and underneath the soffit and the fascia, and then we'll start tearing off this vinyl siding on this house, and we'll start putting it on this building, probably starting with this wall here. And as we go along, like this window here, that window will come out and that'll be covered up with plywood. So we'll probably just go along, and as we do, we'll start reframing windows. I've got to get this window. It's in at Lowe's. I hadn't got it yet. It's going to be a big slider, and I've got to cut this bush and this tree down, and I've got to run power out here. So I think I'm going to run power right across to this corner. There may be some roots right there going to get in my way, but anyway, that is the update. Well, what a beautiful day. It is Friday, April 17th. And as you can see, yesterday, actually the day before yesterday, we got all the walls up. And yesterday we worked on the doors. I'm fairly happy. I'm not really happy with this front, but the biggest problem with it was the way this 2x4s met. I'll show you in here. This bee out of here, they still think they own the place. So this 2x4 here is set back, and this one it goes above it on the outside. Where over here on this back side, they butt, which I don't know why I didn't catch that on the front side, but you can see they just butt together, so that's all even, both sides here. And so another thing, I don't know why I forgot, but as we were starting on this new wall, I completely forgot how I was building this with basically with 2x4s running this way and post in the center. So I studded it up like a house, 2 foot on center, but it would have been a whole lot easier to do it that way. It worked. We did have to come back and fill in some gaps. Still got a little bit of gaps places, but got these filled in. Took some scrap and made a wall right here so that we could get some shelves built in here on the back side. She wants shelves down this wall, and then we'll finish these shelves on out here and probably end up with some shelving over here. Got it all wrapped, but hadn't got around to getting the doors up. One problem I ran into was I got the wrong hinges, but here's our doors. This is going to be the outside of it. Of course, it'll be painted. It'll be painted with trimmed in white on the outside. This is 5/8 plywood with 2x3s, and it's pretty heavy, so I'm not worried about the door being flimsy. It's not flimsy. And what I did is I pocket screwed this frame pocket holes. And on this one I doubled it up. I'm gonna have to do the other one the same way because I originally cut them too long. I ended up having to come back and cut 2.5 inches off of these, each side of these. So I end up, this is not centered no more. Put this one in. So that will work out, and then I'll just come back and put another one on this side so that it'll be look more centered. As you can see, we end up messing up on that, but I mean, I ain't too worried about that. So we'll prime and paint the plywood and the trim, and then I'll trim it in white. We'll also have some trim around the doors. I kind of had hoped to have this door wide enough to drive my skid steer in here so that I could move stuff in and out. But for some reason, I don't know why, when I beveled this concrete, I only beveled it 5 foot instead of 6. So I should have went on over this way another foot, and I would have had plenty of room to get my skid steer in. But I can still get stuff in and out. I just have to move it to the doorway, pick it up with the forks, and take off with it. Such as that wood heater that's on the front porch. That's probably about 400 pounds. All right, I'll bring y'all back when we get the door on, which may be this weekend. I've got to go get some new hinges because I got the wrong ones, and I gotta get some more primer because I didn't get the kind I need for this. I picked up drywall primer because I'm drywalling and finishing the bathroom. That'll be a separate video, probably come out after this one because it's taking me 2 weeks to finish this damn drywall. So we'll get it up as soon as I can. Show you how the shower turns out. I hope it turns out good. I haven't even started on the shower yet, other than got the cement board up. But there it is. We get this thing closed in. I think we're going to bomb it for bugs, and then we're going to start moving stuff out of the house into here, like the couch and the washer and dryer and all that stuff that's just in the way. We're going to get all that out here for right now. All right, everybody, the final finished doors is up. I'm not exactly happy with them, but I guess I can live with them. They're a little out of level, so they don't want to stay closed. Basically, that made them out of 5/8 plywood with 2x3 outside frame, and then on this one I put this 1x2 on here for the door stop, and I use some 2x2s here for the doors. And at the top, some door stops here. So the only gaps I got is down here. This floor is sloping this way the whole way. It's tight here. It's about 1.5 inches low right there. And so this door really ended up being a little higher, but I think it'll be all right once I get it primed and painted. I do want to figure out how I can keep those doors a little tighter together, so I may come up with a different hasp, maybe with a hasp with the lock built into it. You can kind of see there's a little bit of a gap above this door compared to that one, so I ended up having to raise this one up so it wouldn't hit on the ground down there. And I'd already mounted this one, and also you can see I had to cut a little bit off of these 2x3s on this door. I had to narrow it up some because originally I built the frames exactly the same size, and I had figured on having about a 1/2 inch between outside to outside and a 1/2 inch in the middle. Will give me a 1/4 inch on both sides of the door, but it didn't end up being that way. For some reason it was tight, especially down here at the bottom. I think it's because this 2x4 isn't quite level, but I can live with it. We got some boards in here, some 5/4 board. Went to Lowe's this morning, but they don't carry regular 1x6 pressure treated, so I got some 5/4 boards, and I ripped them down to from 5.5 to 3.5. So I'm gonna go around to trim it with that around the door. And you can see, see stuff like that. I'm gonna fill that with foam. Just keep varmints out, and then another hole over there I gotta fill with foam. Old pole barns ain't nothing plumb or level about them. It'll do what we want it to, and that's all that matters. I hope next week to get some power run out here, we can get some lights, and then we'll go to putting stuff in here. So until then, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't.